welcome back to my channel. We are gonna do another cook with me video. Today we are gonna make albondigas. It's kind of like a Mexican meatball soup. If you hear that, that is my bird. Ignore him, he's so cute though. So if you want to learn how I make my albondigas soup, then please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I am gonna go over ingredients really quick. So this side is what is gonna go inside the actual meatballs, and then this is what we are going to put in the soupy part. So for the meatballs, you're gonna need some rice, garlic powder, onion powder, some ground beef, pepper, salt, and 1 egg. Then for the soup part, some cilantro. Ooh, sorry, he's rolling. Some cilantro, onion, some potatoes, some of the chicken bouillon. I do use the Knorr brand. Can of tomato sauce and a few tomatoes. So again, this is for the meatballs, and then this is for the actual soup part. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, so in a large plastic bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my ground beef, and we are going to throw that in there. Of course, I washed my hands, and then I even removed my ring, just so that way nothing gets stuck in there. We don't want any type of bacteria lurking. So we have that. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in there. Some black pepper. And then we're gonna go ahead and mix that. With this part, I do grab a wooden spoon just because it's a lot easier to break down the meat. And then as you go, you will be adding some more salt and pepper. Once it's broken down, we'll add the onion and garlic powder. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more salt. Some more black pepper. And then, like I said, we're gonna add our garlic and our onion powder. Just to give it a little sass. And then we're gonna grab some rice. I have my rice in here, just 1 handful. Just like that. Throw that in there. And then we are going to crack our egg. Throw that in there. And then we're gonna start mixing. So in a second, you will need to get your hands nice and dirty and mix by hand. So I just wanted to make sure I grab everything, and then I'm gonna start mixing by hand. Okay, so like I said, I did wash my hands. Let me put this out of the way. So I did wash my hands. Now you're just gonna go ahead and you kind of want to grab it like in a little scoop, I guess, and then you just push. That way it kind of mashes all the ingredients together. And the meat is definitely cold. So you don't want to make the meatballs too big, because once everything starts to boil and the water and all that fun stuff, they will expand. So you don't want them to be, you know, like hamburger patties. And then I did grab a plastic bowl just so that way when I start making the little meatballs, I can just throw them in here. Again, ignore my bird. All right. So this part's done. Now you just grab a little bit of the meat, and then you literally start making little meatballs. You're gonna go ahead and keep doing this until you finished all of your meat. So this is about the size of what your meatball should look like. Not too big, but not a tiny little thing either. Alright you guys, so I did kind of grab a deeper sartén. I'm gonna kind of move my camera so you guys can kind of see it a little bit here at a different angle. You guys can see that, but it's kind of like a deeper sartén. And I did go ahead and fill it halfway with water. You do not want to add any salt, so I just turned it on at about 5 on my stove. And you want to wait for the water to start boiling, and then we're going to go ahead and drop our little meatballs in there. Alright you guys, so now you guys can see that the water is nice and bubbly. We are boiling. So now we are going to drop in the meatballs one by one. Just be careful because obviously the water is warm. Or boiling, I should say. Again, you don't want to add any salt to the water. There's already salt, pepper, all kinds of ingredients in the meatballs. I'm talking and my bird thinks I'm talking to him, so he's talking back. I'm so sorry. He's a cutie. So now that your meatballs are in, we are going to let them cook for a little bit. Don't forget to put your tapa over them. We're just gonna let them cook for a few minutes. Alright, so now while the meatballs are cooking, I am going to cut up all of our vegetables. We have a zoo here at the house, oh my gosh. They'll probably think we're crazy with all of our animals. But the same little bandeja that I used for the albondigas, I just washed it and I'm gonna put my vegetables in there. And I also already peeled my papitas. So we're just gonna cut up our vegetables. How was y'all's day? Today I actually had the day off from work. I had a doctor's appointment for my baby. We are 23 weeks. And we had the anatomy scan today. And the doctor said that my papito is beautiful and healthy. Okay, she didn't say he's beautiful. I'm saying he's beautiful. And so they did the anatomy scan and they said that he was very long arms, long legs. Dad and I are both tall and slim. So yeah, he's definitely gonna be like us. We're super excited. I'm glad that they actually let my honey in to the appointment, just because they weren't letting him because of the whole COVID, and which I get, but like this is our first baby and this is as important to him as it is to me. So, but nonetheless, they did let him in today and we were able to see baby Leo awaiting his arrival. My due date is May 3rd, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he's gonna wait until May. I'm thinking he might be an April baby. So now I'm gonna get my tomate, and también I'm just going to cut it. So I prefer speaking Spanish, because not a lot of people speak Spanish and I want them to understand what I'm saying as we're cooking. I want everyone to learn how to make this delicious Mexican food. Now, of course, everyone has different recipes. They add different vegetables. I, for one, am extremely picky, so I don't add anything crazy. People even add corn. No judgment here, it's just a little odd. I just add the potatoes, tomatoes. Cilantro is my all-time favorite, for sure. It smells good, it tastes good. I just feel like it makes the food taste so rich and delicious, and so that's why I'm adding a lot of it. And then we're going to throw that in there as well. to cut up our onion. So I just cut about half of it. And we're just gonna do big chunks. Alrighty. So now that our vegetables are ready, we're just gonna keep waiting for the albondigas to cook for the little meatballs, and then we're going to continue with the next step. Alright guys, so it has been about 20 minutes. It's about how long it needs. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but we only want them to cook a little bit. Right here they're like a light brown color. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm holding the camera with the other hand. But for about 20 minutes, you can go ahead and cook them. Next, we are going to get like a little strainer, take out all of this water, and then fill it with clean water. And then we're gonna add our other ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll show you guys. So you guys have to be very careful. You're gonna grab the strainer, put it in the sink, and then slowly drop everything in there. Back on the stove there. Okay, so now that the meatballs are in the strainer, we're going to put them right back into the pan and put some more water. Okay, so now that the albondigas are right back into the sartén, I just grabbed a plastic jarra, super Mexican, and we're gonna fill it right back with water. So again, you do want it to be about halfway. About right. So the reason why we do that is because the ground beef does release a lot of fat and oil and stuff. So I don't know about you, but I don't like fatty or oily soups. So that's why I took out the old water and I put clean water, just so that it's, I mean, little oil, never hurt nobody, but we definitely don't want it to be too much. So now that it is filled with water, we are going to add our vegetables. And of course, we're adding our other ingredients as well. Just go ahead and place everything right in. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we're ready for the tomato sauce, you want to do about 2/3, so maybe just leave about this much. Sorry, you couldn't see. You want to do about 2/3, so maybe leave about this much inside of the can. Perfect. And then we are going to add some of the Knorr, again, sabor de pollo. Grab 2 spoonfuls. We'll grab our spoon. Oh my God, sorry about the dog. Make sure everything is nice and mixed. And then we're gonna cover it and let that boil for another few minutes. Again, the time for the first boil of the meatballs was 20 minutes. All right, you guys, so it's been about 25 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the burner, and we are going to take a look at our beautiful albondigas soup. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous, you guys. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh man. So delicious. So I don't like my potatoes to be overcooked. So I did turn off the burner, but I am going to leave it kind of cooking for another 10 minutes, just so that way the potatoes can get a little softer. But if I continue to boil, then they will kind of like start to come apart a little bit, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we're gonna wait another 10 minutes and then we will plate and I will show you the finished product. So excited. All right, you guys, so this is what my albondigas look like. Aren't they so beautiful? Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually want to give it a little try on camera. It's a little hot, so nice and fresh. Delicious. My husband is gonna love tonight's dinner. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and being patient with the dogs and the birds and madness today in the De La Cruz household. But it was so much fun cooking with you guys today. And if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I will also be writing the ingredients for you, the amount of time I should be cooking for, and everything in the description box as well. But that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!